Hello everyone, I am the Cricket Freak. On today's episode, I'm going to be talking about LSG versus SRH. Uh, Great win for LSG to start with. If you remember the last time when these two teams played against each other, SRH chased down a total of around 170 in 9 overs, and that was when the whole saga of KL Rahul and the owner of LSG had started. So there was a little bit of anticipation about this match, and more than that, everybody, including me, was looking forward to how SRH is gonna bat against the very less experienced bowling lineup of LSG. So, but it was, to my surprise, LSG came with very good plans against all the batters of SRH. Let's get into the details of the match now. Winning the toss, I thought LSG would like to bat first because this time almost everybody thought that this is going to be the match where SRH is going to get the first 300 of IPL history because of the bowling lineup that LSG has. But luckily Avesh Khan is fit and he played the game today. So LSG choosing to bowl first was a bit of surprise for me. But the way they started bowling, especially their power play plans, were amazing today. Their plans to Head and Abhishek Sharma, the way they tried to control Head by changing the lengths, and they were not shying away from bowling bouncers and even Yorkers in the power play. The Abhishek Sharma's wicket also was one such delivery, and Thakur also started bowling cross seam in the power play itself, which was also a very interesting plan, because I felt on pitches which have a lot to offer for the batters, when you stick to good lengths and look for swing, there's not much available on, especially on the Hyderabad track, and Head and Abhishek Sharma were just exploiting that, and they were getting a lot of runs in the power play. But today's plan of Shardul Thakur, Avesh Khan, and even Digvesh Rathi was the plans were really good, and they worked out really well. Ishan Kishan's wicket was Ishan Kishan was unfortunate. Let me be very honest. That ball going down the leg, nicking the edge of Ishan Kishan, that's the most unlucky way a batter can ever get out. So that, I think, LSG got a little lucky, but to SRH's luck also, there were a lot of dropped catches, especially a couple of dropped catches of Head. The one that Nicholas Pooran had dropped was one of the easiest one that Pooran could have catched, because Pooran is a very good fielder, also is a keeper, and that was one of the easier catches that a keeper can get. But because of the lights or whatever reason, Pooran had dropped it, and Bishnoi, I thought, bowled a really good spell today, although the score sheet would not tell you that, because it shows 4 overs 42 for 1, but those last sixes by Aniket Verma made the figures blow out of proportion. But Bishnoi's first couple of overs were really good, where he was bowling to Head, and Nitish's knock also was not that great today. He was trying really hard to get out of the shell and play his shots, but he was just not finding the middle of the bat today. He was trying to get singles and convert them into doubles. That was how he was trying to get out of the shell, but it was very difficult for him. But I must say that 32 of 28, he would want to forget it as soon as possible, because he also tried a lot in the field today, that catch, and then he was also running all over the outfield, and his fielding efforts were great today. It's just that his batting knock, he would be really upset about it, because playing in front of your home crowd and with a lot of anticipation, he had the best chance today to get SRH out of trouble. But I'm afraid his knock was a negative knock in the context of the game today. Uh, Positives that SRH would take from their batting innings were uh, Aniket Verma. He looked extremely promising, very, very, very clean hitting. The way he hit those sixes of Digvesh Rathi, Ravi Bishnoi, and even I think he hit a six of Avesh Khan, which was really good. So Aniket Verma, again, one more talent unleashed in the IPL. Abhinav Manohar, who happens to be the finisher for Karnataka, there's a lot of expectation from him to finish games for SRH, but he ended up playing an average knock, again 2 of 6, which did not help the cause of the team at all. Pat Cummins came, played positively, hit 3 sixes and got out on the fourth one. I would like to believe that had one batter played with a little bit of understanding of the situation and not gone that aggressively, player like Aniket Verma, who had the shots, if he had gone a little more intelligently about the situation, they would have ended up having 20-30 more runs. That's what I thought when I watched the match. But again, SRH's philosophy is to play positively and go aggressively from ball number 1. Pat Cummins, led by uh, the front as a leader of the group, he hit a 6 of his first ball and of a short ball, which was really good. The way he just played it over point, that was a really good shot. And his other 2 sixes also against the spinner were very good. Anyway, SRH put up a total of 190, which is not a bad total by any standards, but Hyderabad being the wicket that it is, and the most interesting part of today's game was how LSG went about the chase. They exactly did what SRH would have done if they were chasing 191. It was a very, very, very positive approach. Markram getting out early, I feel, was a blessing in disguise for LSG, because Pooran had come in early, and the way he went about his game, it was just amazing to watch. His sixes were so clean, and it didn't look like he was just going berserk. It was very, very classy hitting, but he still got 70 odd runs. I think he got 70 of 26 balls at a strike rate of 270, which is insane. And that batting innings today was one of the best that I've seen from any batter this IPL. He looked like he was in a great touch even in the last game. So I felt that Aiden Markram getting out in the beginning in the power play was a blessing in disguise for LSG, because I'm not sure how good Aiden Markram has been in form in the last few days or few months also. I have not seen him do extremely well even in the SA20. The only thing that I am a little concerned about LSG is how Rishabh Pant is batting. Even in the last game, although he did not get a lot of balls to play, he got out on the first or second, or even I think he got out on the 6th ball and didn't score anything. Even today, I think his score is 15 of 15. That innings was a little weird, because he came after Nicholas Pooran's wicket, and LSG was in a very good position. He could have gone bang bang from ball number 1, but he was trying really hard and not able to get the shots. Well, that 1-6 that he hit of Simarjeet Singh was as easy as it can get, and it almost went into the first floor, the second tier of the stadium. That scoop shot that he played to find leg, it was just so amazing, but could not convert it into a big knock. So LSG might want to consider opening with Pant and Marsh and sending Markram at 4 maybe, because Markram is a proven middle order batter, and with Ayush Badoni and David Miller, who are really good with playing positively, Aiden Markram can be that one guy who can just hold the innings together at 4. If Pant can come and open and play in the power play, and also he will have a lot of chance to express himself well, and without any scoreboard pressure, I feel like Rishabh Pant can contribute a lot more to LSG rather than batting at 4. I understand him being the captain also makes him very responsible, but I feel batters like Rishabh Pant, who are naturally gifted with the intent and having the potential to hit those long ball, I feel like it will be very good if he can open the batting, alongside Mitch Marsh. And we also saw glimpses of Abdul Samad's batting today. Abdul Samad, who came from SRH, and SRH kept him for a very, very long time. I remember they almost retained him also once, and it was a very, very good innings from Abdul Samad today. Showed why SRH had shown so much trust in him all these years. He has got a very, very good arm in hitting the long ball. Those two sixes that he hit off Zampa were also really good. Uh, Nothing much to talk about SRH's bowling. I feel like when the after the mega auction, I felt that SRH's bowling is not one of the best that they could have had, especially when you're bowling on a track that is as good as it is in Hyderabad for the batters. Bowlers have to be extremely good with their lengths and everything, but we can't say much when a bowler like Pat Cummins goes at 10 and over. Uh, Apart from Pat Cummins, nothing much to talk about SRH's bowling, but Pat Cummins was really good. It's just that he did not have a company, so he had to come back and bowl all his 3 overs. By the end of 12th or 13th, Pat Cummins had already completed his third over, so he could not come back for the last one right away. If he had good company on the other end, this match could have gone uh, probably at least. I wouldn't say it would have gone the other way, but there would have been some fight from SRH because this was pretty much the end of Lucknow Super Giants' batting, because Shardul Thakur was to follow, and then it was done. Ravi Bishnoi, Avish Khan, and all of them are not that great with the bat. So couple of wickets in the, especially in up front, would have made a lot of difference, and this match would have gone to the wire. And Harshal Patel and Simarjeet Singh looked extremely ordinary today. Harshal Patel, although he got Rishabh Pant's wicket, that was not of a great ball. His slower ones are not proving to be that lethal as they were when he was playing for RCB on those Dubai surfaces, because Hyderabad again is not that big of a ground for Harshal Patel to execute his slower balls to perfection. Adam Zampa went for a lot of runs today, and amazing how Ishan Kishan was asked to bowl in the end. But the decision to bowl Abhishek Sharma up front to just get his over off was a really good idea. But uh, again, if there's a left-hander at the top, you wouldn't know if Abhishek Sharma would be that effective while bowling the first one, because we also saw how Marsh got only one run of the 4 balls of the second over of Abhishek Sharma, and then Pooran came back on strike and hit him off for 2 sixes, and they were really big sixes. So we are yet to see what SRH's plans would be when they are touring away. It will also be very interesting to see how other teams are gonna plan against Head and Abhishek when they play in Hyderabad next, because LSG almost gave a blueprint of how to bowl in power play by varying lengths and uh, not being afraid of bowling a Yorker in the power play, or going cross seam, or putting field. Their field sets were amazing. They were changing the field for every couple of balls, and Abhishek Sharma and Travis had found it a little difficult to play their shots. When you saw them in the first game, which was against RR, they looked like they were in a great touch, and SRH was all set to start from where they stopped last season. But this season, it will be very interesting to see how other teams will plan to play against Hyderabad, especially in Hyderabad, because now that LSG has shown how to bowl, it'll be interesting if this plan will work for all the teams or not. It will be also interesting to see how Head and Abhishek will tackle these plans, because they are also world-class players. Both of them are playing for their respective countries in the T20 international sides. So I'm sure they also will have their own plans against players like this. But for the bowling lineup that LSG had, it's a great effort from them to restrict SRH to 190, where everybody thought that the first 300 was gonna come tonight. All in all, it's a great match, but LSG got their sweet revenge from the last time. The owner of LSG, on a lighter note, might be happier with Rishabh Pant than he was with KL Rahul the other day. Uh, Tomorrow, RCB is playing CSK at Chennai. So many reasons to watch the game. The rivalry has suddenly become huge from the last year's last match of the group stage. So it'll be interesting. Um, CSK is playing at their home. Not a great batting lineup, but they have the bowlers to do the job. RCB will come in with a lot of confidence, but again, the overseas players for RCB are not that great against spin, so both of them have their plus and minus points. It'll be an interesting game. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thank you.